Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from Arrowhead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And they run the option on second down. Flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 12 yards. And a
screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, he's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Brought him down. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Cousins on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Cook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Bailey for the Vikings field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. Man open left side, it's Williams. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
For Tyreek Hill, incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for him. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. We're scoreless after 1. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Made at the 38.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard.
Still 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go. Line 54. Line 54. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
The Vikings after him, and they get their for the sack.
Sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Check, check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Well, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with it. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mahomes now on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Past the 20.
That's what it is, baby.
And
That's
he will
what
take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now Abdullah, the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. Nothing ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. On third down, Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tajay Sharp, 44 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Johnson on the return.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Cousins pass. Complete.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On 2nd down, it's Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Harris on the tackle.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
With the score, Chiefs 18, Vikings 10.
Play action now. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked on by Bashaw Breeland. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Hey, 43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 29.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They go play action. Cousins steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Cousins pass.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Flushed out right. And he checks this one down to Williams. The 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs, and even 40 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Williams will try again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. They're able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything,
and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Alex Okafor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins, escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a 2nd here.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Alex Okafor getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Buying time to his left. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. A touchdown, Vikings.
To Irv Smith.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 45. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
Offense.
Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On third down, here's Williams. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
On second down now, it's Williams. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Today's final score.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it?
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself, top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. This is Madden Football. EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be design runs as well as his scrambles.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? the back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral them.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 64 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. That's caught, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
This is Carson. Shifts by him. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run it with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Returning it, Justice Hill.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Escaping the pressure right.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it up. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's good.
From the gun, Jackson. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
3rd and goal, Jackson, flushed out right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. The dangerous Hill now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 38-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. On 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, 26 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Here's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Carson, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
Rolling to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard.
Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. His sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'd like like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on third down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 21-14. A little over 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Out to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ingram. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Today's final score, Seahawks.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a